Toti was second in command of the LRA rebel commander Joseph Kony, but was also the LRA.
The brain behind was my late father, Lieutenant General Vincent Oti, where most of the delegates, the LRA delegates, were mentioned by him.
Oti was renowned for having commanded numerous attacks, including the 1995 Atiak killing, where over 200 people were killed by firing squad.
But issues of Atiak massacre, I tried to ask him, but he deviated from it and told me he was not among the team.
37-year-old Leonard Komakech is Vincent Toti's surviving son, who claims that although his father was involved in the insurgency, he was also a role player in the reconciliation between government and the Lord's Resistance Army.
So to me, I want the world to know that he played a very, very crucial role in the movement.
Komakech says before the murder of his father, he had at least influenced a number of peace talks that even risked his life, later leading to his murder.
He was the brain behind the leadership of the movement of the Lord Resistance Army. That is why when he was executed, everything came into a standstill.
He appeals for government support to their family.
There are also bad things which happened in these 2 decades of war in northern Uganda. But let's not forget the good things he did, because automatically that is what led to peace in northern Uganda. He died in the far front to bring peace in northern Uganda.
Evelyn Amon, a former child soldier and former wife to LRA commander Joseph Kony, applauded Vincent Oti for his efforts in the reconciliation.
This is the moment I want to open to the government, that at least the government should kindly come in support of the family for the good deeds or in memory of what my late father did.
It's alleged that Vincent Oti was killed in July 2007 at Garamba Forest after he defied his commander Joseph Kony on abductions and torture. Susan Naong and Joe Bokot reporting for ABC TV.
A Uganda Nurses and Midwives Examinations Board, UNMEB, has raised fears over the emerging unqualified nurses and midwives schools due to lack of science laboratories and equipment for practicals, hence causing children to perform poorly in their final examinations. This was during a press conference amidst the announcement of the end of semester examinations, which has entered day 2 across the country.
Nurses and midwives across the country at certificate and diploma levels have entered day 2 of their end-of-semester exams that started yesterday. A total of 51,286 students are sitting, of whom 7,802 are at diploma level and 43,484 at certificate level in 118 sitting centers. The Uganda Nurses and Midwives Examinations Board UNMEB officials have commended government for its support in enabling the board function.
We collaborate with the Ministry of Health because the majority of examiners are from Ministry of Health.
However, they urged government to take action against the mushrooming nurses and midwife schools but do not meet the requirements, especially when it comes to having science laboratories and equipment as far as practicals are concerned.
So many people want to open nurses and midwifery training schools, yet some of them don't have the requirements. And they end up pushing some of these students into legal training schools, which is not good because they compromise the quality of training and the standards.
This, in the end, affects the performance of the candidates, both in their end-of-semester exams and at their workplaces.
Nursing and midwifery is a practical course whereby students have to get hands-on training, but you find that many training institutions do not have adequate equipment in their skills laboratories, and to make matters worse, even in the hospitals where they train from, some of these equipments are not there. So that is a big challenge on us as assessors, because for us we assess the curriculum as it is, but you find that what we need to assess is not there as expected.
They also made a clarification on the status of doctors and nurses who are currently waiting for their internship program.
But for us, we examine the senior 6 who have gone for diploma and also certificate nurses who have finished senior 4. And fortunately, we don't have internship within the cadre that we graduate. But we are sorry for what is happening to the university, because these children have been taught and they are graduating. They should go for internship. They are not able to go to internship because the students are many.
We have visited some of the training institutions in Kampala, including Mulago School of Nursing and Midwifery, Mengo School of Nursing and Midwifery, and Chibuli School of Nursing and Midwifery, and found them in the process.
We started well with them. We didn't have any problem. The school staff prepared them very well.
For today, we have 352 candidates for the different programs, finalists and the continuing students.
We as tutors will do our level best to make sure that we cover the whole course outline so that the students are ready to sit for their UNIMEB examinations.
These are the 35th semester level exams, and 123 colleges are participating in the program. Jethro Kasaiji, Tone Senaburia, UBC News.
Now, limited hygiene facilities are cited as the leading cause of girl school dropouts, especially during the menstruation period. Now, many girls find it hard during their menstruation period, and they either don't have what to use or lack clean facilities to clean themselves. Now, to avert this trend of events, Waltunga Haifes is giving menstrual cups to use during periods and also sensitize communities on menstrual stigma that's aimed at reducing high school rate of girls dropping out of school during their menstrual periods.
That often remains to be a private thing, both in schools and also in communities. There is lack of hygiene facilities and also safe menstrual products, which brings about school dropouts, early marriages among girls, and also infections among women because they use unhygienic menstrual products. Culturally and also socially, we have some attitudes that communities have towards females during this time when they are having their menstruation. And then we also have poverty within our communities. This has affected the ability of both. So as well, Tunga Hilfi, we focus on menstrual health management because, first of all, it matters in education. We want to see that the girls are supported to menstruate with dignity and less of stigma so that they can finish school without having big issues. So we want to make sure that the girls are able to stay in school and not dropping out because they are not able to manage menstruation. So we have created safe spaces within the schools we work in. Within these safe spaces, we have equipped these rooms with a mattress, with buckets, with soap, and also reusable pads. So when a girl gets into her menstruation without her knowledge, she's able to access these products within the school. We have also trained the senior women teachers within the schools we work in to be able to support these girls to manage their menstruation in schools and also provide counseling to these girls. The same senior women teachers have also tried their level best to bring on board the boys to support the girls during menstruation. What we want to look at is reduce stigma within schools and also ensuring that the girls stay longer in school.
That's how to use the cup. But before, we were worried of this cup. From Ojongo people, we like jumping. The ceremonies, when you are too excited, you jump, you do what? Will this cup not fall down? They told us, no, it will not. So that woman demonstrated and even jumped. She said, even if you climb a tree, it will not come down. Even if you don't put on a nika, it will not come down. So we tried. Maybe we are not going to produce, maybe this is a kind of maybe another method of family planning. But now I able to produce my children.
Communities, even on radio. So when we pass this message, some of those people who are not able to pick up this, when they get a message, they actually fall on board to share with. the rest of those that have accepted to do it. So I feel the gap is not fully covered because we have a bigger community that is in a rural area. But it's good to start so that we're able to catch up with the rest who may have not yet picked up with what we are sharing here.
Menstrual hygiene issues in Katakwi, and of course that intervention there by providing a menstrual cup. But there is a problem, the girls just like jumping. Tukasese now, and the Director of Public Prosecutions has dropped all the charges against Rwenzururu King Charles Wesley Mumbere, as well as 217 of his subjects, owing to the fact that the accused applied for amnesty, which was granted. That is a story just in, and it's a developing one. We shall give it to you in full in our ensuing bulletins. We'll now take a short break and return with the latest in business.
Ebiseera by'okuzzaayo abaana masomero tebiteekwa kukaluubiriza n'akatono. Eno kusimba nnyiriri mpanvu kano kalippagano ka bidduka. Simanya kuzunga na banka siripsi. Kati osobola okusasula school fees z'omwana wo ate n'okola n'ebirala ntoko ku ssimu ye ey'omu ngalo. Ekikola kyangu nnyo. Nyiga bunyizi *185*8 ogoberera ebikulagiriddwa oba okozese app ya MTN Momo. Ate kati okola ki olwaleero? MTN Mobile Money Uganda Limited erungamizibwa banka enkulu eya Uganda. This isn't just a girl. She is the future. This is a teacher, a doctor, a community leader, our future president.
She is the future of Uganda. And as a policy maker, the policies I enact today will protect her from child marriage and teenage pregnancy. We each have a role to play in empowering our teenage girls to protect them from child marriage and teenage pregnancy. Because when we empower them, we empower our nation. Protect the girl, save the nation.
Take action. Report any case of defilement or child marriage to the police or call Sawuti 116.
Yokato, this is a quick call. I'm almost right in minutes. Now, the center.
Why rush through such important conversations? Airtel Uganda has made it possible for you to call across all networks in Uganda at the best rates with the new Bona voice bundles. Stay connected anytime, anywhere, with minutes valid for calls on all networks. Dial *100*1#. Select voice bundles and select Bona voice bundles today.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Uganda is rich in natural resources and hard-working people. But to turn these resources into real progress and development, we need to invest in our infrastructure, education, and healthcare. That's where taxes come in. When we pay our taxes, we are investing in our country's future. We are supporting the schools that educate our children, the hospitals that care for our families, and the roads and bridges that connect our communities. And when businesses pay their taxes, they are contributing to the growth and development of Uganda's economy. They are helping to build a stronger, more prosperous nation for us all. So when you pay your taxes, you are investing in the future of Uganda and supporting the progress and development of our nation. Uganda is because of you.
Uganda Revenue Authority. Developing Uganda together.
This is the University of Africa. On the streets, you get your real education. Here, everybody has a degree of something. But the most important qualification is imagination. Her reason to imagine is slay. His reason is to be the goat. Theirs is to take the beat and make it lit. They want to test edgy until it is fire. Their reason for imagination is to add riz in style. Her reason to imagine is finesse. and hers is to find what's new and bussin'. So no matter what your situation, just use your imagination.
The Resol Agribusiness Show is here under the theme Revolutionizing Agriculture through Value Addition, Innovation and Technology, scheduled for 13th to 16th June 2023 at Ohinga Stadium for Portrait Tourism City, with a free medical camp running throughout the show. Entrance is totally free. To sponsor, partner and participate, contact 0702 301 059 or 0773 458 492 or 0773 301 059.
Jerry con! Jerry con! Hey, Master Blaster! Touch him, man! Bang Jerry con with muscle! Those ones who say go for you only. Mundava! Best group is I teach you. When I go to which the muscari, because of the cover is very far. Is you serious? It's serious you. What? Yeah? You stay put on it. Add kilometers to your legs and you get your sugar. We buy meat from Umaru and Umaru refuse to give you enough meat. Mama! Show him that they don't joke with you. Umaru, Jerry car.
Okakaluka n'okulungi kwetaagako omuntu akuyambako, n'olwekyo tujja kukuteerawo embeera esaanidde osobole okukola ekisinga. Awamu teri kitulema.
Welcome back from that break, and this is Lunchtime News here on UBC TV. My name is Rukidi Edward Kijanangoma, and welcome back to our second bit of the news, and we're looking at business. But first, news coming in from also the courts of law is that DTB has won the case against Hamis Chigundu and ordered to pay 50% of costs in courts of appeal and the Supreme Court case. Repeat this, and this is news just coming in, and this is a developing story. DTB has won the case against Hamis Chigundu and ordered him to pay 50% of costs in court of appeal and Supreme Court case. This is a story that we are working on, and we shall give it to you definitely in our ensuing bulletins. Excuse me. Now, government has given the project-affected persons 1.5 months ultimatum to vacate the marked areas for oil and gas developments to proceed. According to Ruth Nakabirwa, the Minister for Energy and Mineral Development, those not willing to be compensated, absentee landlords and those in land ownership wrangles will be handled by the courts of law as the project implementation goes ahead. Dennis Sigoa reports from the Albertine Graben.
The local community in Bulisa district who are blocking the oil and gas activities in the Tilenga project area will not be tolerated anymore, wants Ruth Nankabirwa, the Minister of Energy and Mineral Development.
I'm giving you only up to July 31st. July ends with 31st. July 31st. All those who have refused to take this money, I'm giving you July 31st. It is your right to go to court. Go to court, and then the court will take a decision. But for us, we are going to access your land, and we are going to pay the money that the government valuer has valued. We are going to pay that money in court.
While handing out 105 houses to Tilenga project affected persons, Nankabirwa underscored the importance of the oil and gas project in Uganda's social and economic growth aspirations.
Then there are 6 FAPs who cannot be traced or cannot be reached. We don't know where they are. We have advertised, we've gone to papers, those 6 FAPs. By end of July, we are going to get access to this land. Then we have 27 landowners in disputes, they have failed to agree who should take whose land. You are there in disputes. We are going to put money in court. When you finish your disputes, you will come to us. We cannot afford not to have our oil by 2025 because of these disputes.
All the beneficiary households are assisted by Total Energies ENP Uganda to acquire freehold land titles. Total Energies top management and local leaders from Bulisa are convinced that efforts to restore livelihood and compensate PAPs will create positive impact and shared value.
Total Energies EP Uganda is fully committed to help developing Ugandan resources for a shared prosperity, in compliance with national regulation, with the United Nations Guiding Principle on Business and Human Rights, and with the most stringent IFC performance standards.
Yeah, we have people who have land, but the advent of oil and gas in Bulisa district, or in the Nyoro sub-region, or in the country, has been able to see people in this region getting land titles, which is not the case with the rest of the people that own land in this place. So this is a very big plus on our side, and also want to appreciate government for this very important initiative, because now that is a very serious security for our people that now they own land. Then we also want to appreciate government through its other agencies, Total Energies and other oil companies, the way they're resettling our people. You can see they have been able to construct very decent accommodation houses for our people, and their lives have not remained the same.
The 105 houses are part of the planned 205 resettlement houses worth US $10 million being built in the districts of Hoima, Bulisa, and Chikube. They comprise of 2, 3, and 4 bedrooms, a sitting area, veranda, outside kitchen, rainwater harvesting tank, among others. Meanwhile, Minister Nankabirwa and other stakeholders have toured the Tilenga industrial area and the Ngiri rig area to get abreast with the upstream oil and gas developments. The ultimatum issued by the Minister of Energy and Mineral Development, Ruth Nankabirwa, in Bulisa district signifies government commitment and seriousness to have its first oil in the international market in the year 2025. Dennis Igor for UBC News in Bulisa district.
31 minutes after 1 in the studios of UBC TV, we finally come to the end of this bulletin. Thank you so much for having kept us company. My name is Rukidi Edward Kijanangoma, wishing you a blessed afternoon.
Jerry, Hey, Master Blaster, touch him, man.